most of my knowledge from really is this guy right here.
What the heck is that? Paul decided to get dressed up for this interview today. Welcome to Answer That Question with Paul and Michelle.
Jeez.
No, but seriously, we got a lot of questions from you viewers that we decided to just do a whole video on. We seriously read every single comment, and we're so grateful for all of you guys. Just know we read them all. Even if we don't respond, we do read them, and we're very thankful for them. And I think that's one of our kids on the dirt bike, two-stroke.
That's music to my ears.
And we also want to thank you guys. We reached 100,000 subscribers.
It was awesome.
That is so awesome.
Pretty dang
Before
cool.
May. We reached it in April. Our goal was to reach 100,000 subscribers by May, and we got it done before April because of you guys. I have not forgotten about the giveaway, and I'm super duper excited to announce it, but I can't announce it till we get all our ducks in a row. So just know, in the next probably week from this video being posted, I will announce that giveaway, and you guys are gonna love it, and I cannot wait. We're gonna start right now. How did you two meet?
I've known her my whole life. Her older brother and me were really good friends growing up. We raced mini bikes and dirt bikes all over this town, so I've known her my whole life.
He was a senior in high school when I was a freshman, but I was way too young.
Yep.
But then I grew up, I guess, and so he robbed the cradle and married me when I was a month shy of 19 years old.
She was totally legal.
Wouldn't have changed it for the
Nope,
world.
it's been great.
What's the relations to all of you guys on the show? Well, Paul's my husband. I'm his wife. Pretty much it.
That's the relations. Yep.
And then all those little rugrats running around are usually our kids.
With
Sometimes there's
some
extras.
other kids, yeah. Papa Dar, not related. Grandpa
Nope.
Sherman, that's my dad.
Grandma Lolly.
That's my mom. She does our merchandise.
How many children do you have? Somebody asks.
I think 4. Just.
We have 3 boys and 1 girl.
Yep.
Ages from 8 to almost 16. We almost have a legal driver in our midst.
It's getting scary.
Yeah.
We're getting old.
Bad. How do you guys know Papa Dar? We've known Papa Dar since we were just little tots.
We've known you since you was little kids.
He just lives right across the street from us. He was actually one of my first bosses. I worked for him at his campground when I was like 16 years old. And he'd take us to Lake Powell in the summer times and stuff. And
He's always liked Jeeping and I've liked Jeeping, so we've just always gone Jeeping together, so.
then he just comes around. He likes us. Why is Papa Dar called Dar?
Because that's short for Darwin.
Where did Papa come from?
When my kids was younger, we'd take half the valley to the lake, and they started calling me Papa Dar at the lake, and it stuck.
Out of the 3 of you, which maybe is me, you, and Dar,
Okay.
who curses the most?
I'm gonna say Dar. We have to bleep him out more than anybody else.
And we're gonna say Dar because he's not here right at
right.
this moment. A lot of you guys asked the same question. Paul, what do you do for a living?
I work. So I work for a telephone company doing underground and overhead, and done it for 19 years. So that's my day job.
What is your day job?
We do road construction, and we have a gravel pit. We make gravel to sell to people.
What do you recommend for someone in their 20s who is fascinated with what you do and wants to start welding?
Practice. I'm self-taught welder. I never went to any schooling for it or anything. I just started welding and figured out what worked and what doesn't work
When is Michelle gonna drive the taco off-road?
whenever she wants. Michelle's not a real four-wheeler.
Michelle's not I actually have never tried it, but you never know.
She likes walking along, watching.
Someone's got a video. How do your neighbors like Paul's never-ending projects?
I think they love them. Who can't love old cars in their yard? My neighbor's is on my shop
Right.
hoist right now, so.
Yep, JD's been here all day long. Are you ever going to build that red XJ you got on trade?
Yes. It's down the list of projects a long ways, but I'm gonna build it.
Which leads me to the next question. We have gotten tons and tons of emails asking if Paul can do work for them, which we're super thankful for. Hopefully in the future he will be able to do that.
I'm a year out basically, because I have all these projects to get done, and right now I have Friday and Saturday to do them. So it's really hard to finish anyone's project in a timely manner when you're only working on it for 2 days a week. So
And it's not that he doesn't want to, he just doesn't have time right now.
when this is my main job working in this shop, then I'll have some time.
Yep, so keep in contact with us and we'll let you know. How is your YJ build going?
Very slow.
So all of you guys that have been asking, where's Papa Dar's finished product? He's the cause. Give him some love so he can get excited about doing stuff so he can finish it.
Pretty much.
Did you have your frame replaced on your Taco before you fabbed that lift?
No, but the Taco is going to end up getting stuffed behind the cab one of these days because it's rusty like all of them are. And when it gives me grief, I'll cut it off and square tube it.
Whatever that means, he's gonna do it.
Yep.
So people want to know what the trophies on the shop shelves back there are.
My trophies are all from Demolition Derby, so. And 16's when I first ran, and ever since 16 to COVID-19, I haven't ran since then. I will again.
To COVID-19. You ruined it, COVID. Is Paul the 64 Derby truck guy?
That is me. I am that guy.
Yes.
You can refer to Easy Does It Racing if you want to see some crashing.
It's pretty fun. If you've never been to like a demolition derby in like real life, you're missing out. At least the one Paul is in. Just saying. How did you and Matt meet?
Well, me and Matt met in St. George at the county fair at a demolition derby. I just barely tied or won the truck.
You won.
She says I won. We both hit
He
each
won.
other. Then we got stuck, and I was fine with it. So they gave me second place. She wasn't fine
I
with
wasn't
it.
fine with it.
So she went and found Matt Wetzel, who was in charge of the demolition derby, and proceeded to yell at him a lot.
I didn't yell at him.
Called him names.
I didn't even
It was
I
horrible.
did not call him names.
Maybe she didn't. But that's how we met Matt. Then a few weekends later in Parowan, I knocked him out. That's how it worked, and we've been best friends ever since.
Does Matt have any lasting side effects from the love tap that Paul gave him at the demolition derby?
Yeah, he acts goofy still.
Yeah,
I'm not
it must
sure.
have been.
It had to have done something to
Yeah,
his
he
brain.
has
but-
something. Just kidding, Matt. And then how far apart are you two located?
Me and you, we're about. Me and Matt are like an hour and 20 minutes away from each other. So I live in God's country. He just lives where it's hot.
He lives in HE double hockey sticks in the summertime.
Yeah, it's hot down there.
So hot. It's like
So.
desert weather, 115 to 20 degrees. But it also doesn't really snow there, and it snows here. So that's an upside of,
This is another bonus. We gotta
No.
go wheeling in it.
I don't like snow. Yeah, we love the Wetzel family. What's a dream 4x4 build for you, Paul?
You're gonna see it shortly. Yeah, I'm building a buggy. It's gonna be fun. You'll see it come together shortly, and then you'll see me tip it over a bunch.
Oh, so are you guys on Instagram?
On Instagram.
Yes, we are.
I suck at social media. We're gonna try to get way better at it.
So
Just so you know that.
everybody go follow our Instagram account. We also have a Facebook page. Do monkeys have eyebrows?
Never looked at a monkey's eyebrows.
I've never looked at a monkey. We'll just go ahead and say no.
Graydon was
Because they're
hairy,
all
fellas.
hairy. Like there's hair everywhere on them. So it's
I say
like
yes.
a giant
I think
unibrow.
I think they got an eyebrow.
Okay. Do you guys want to collaborate with other YouTubers?
Well,
Yes.
yes, we do. We'll just thought.
I personally, I really like Vice Grip Garage.
He's fun to watch.
I don't even know what his name is, but he's hilarious.
Whistling Diesel, I just like to see what
Whistling Diesel's crazy.
$100,000 truck he's going to ruin next.
He is a genius. He is a YouTube genius.
He is. And then you got Cletus. Cletus is awesome. He does some cool stuff. There's lots of good ones out there.
We would really like to be invited to one of his little, what are they
Yeah,
called?
I'd love to go race a Crown Vic around the track.
That would be fun. Other than simple experience, where did Paul acquire his automotive, welding, machine work knowledge? Through school, self-taught, instruction?
I worked, like growing up, my dad can do anything, so he can fix anything. And I learned a ton from him. And then I got a job in a machine shop when I was like 15, and I worked there all through high school. So I learned a whole bunch about machining and all sorts of stuff. And welding's just been self-taught. I just wanted to weld, so I started welding. And I've been welding since I was like 8 or 9, basically. My dad was good. He would just let me go at it, and I learned with a stick welder in 6011.
We should go check that out right now, where you learned how to weld, shouldn't we?
We will. I'm gonna burn up to my dad's real quick. Well, we're gonna show him where I learned how to work on stuff.
Oh my gosh!
This is the shop I learned how to do everything in. As you can see, you can't drive in here, so we were laying in the dirt in front, working.
You can drive in here now, apparently.
Well, yeah, because he took the wall out. He's cut the wall out of it because he's tearing it down because he built this other one. And he cleaned it out, but he blew a head gasket, so he figured while he had it all cleaned out, he was going to pull this in. He's putting a head gasket on this. We've done some serious work to this. He's stubborn, or it'd be at my shop getting worked on. He just likes to do stuff himself. But this is all Toyota. It's got Toyota axles, Toyota transmission, transfer case, everything. It's got a little 22R Toyota in it. We've done a ton of work to this thing. It got warm the other day at Easter, actually, and he blew a head gasket, so we're putting a whole new head and actually a little rock crawler cam in it and stuff. Well, I can't say we because he's stubborn. He's doing it his own self. This is the old Betsy right here. That old welder. That's what I learned to weld with. She's a beaut. For the heat, you just pull this out and move it to whichever one you want it to weld with. Oh yeah, it still works just fine. This is the toolbox that I robbed my whole life. These are the same sockets that I used. Same old. So he went to college for mechanics and he bought these Williams wrenches.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, these are awesome old wrenches. And then this is his tow truck. So this tow truck, we're gonna do a feature thing on it. I gotta put some new leaves on the back because they still just ain't quite right after our last adventure. We'll give you the history on it though when we do that. But then he's got this little sawmill that he made, which we got plans on our list of stuff we're building. The sawmill is on there. See it. Maybe we'll have to get him to come out and demonstrate it.
We got Grandpa Sherman out of the house. This is the one and only. And this is Paul's mama.
Hi. Do you want me to say how he was born in a log cabin out back?
Yes. No running water.
Yeah. I started out with the saw. It was a metal cutting saw. I've been wanting to build me a mill, so I started with that. And we'll see if we can make it saw a little. Frame is out of trailer house tongues, and the jacks that I adjust things with, that's the trailer tongues. This is how I adjust to make the width. Figured it's 7 inches from here to where the blade cuts. So there should be a 7-inch piece when I cut this off, hopefully.
That's what it says in the
That's
fine
what
print,
it says,
right?
yeah. Well, it's pretty close.
Close to 7. Yep.
6 and 7/8.
So all the wood that in his woodshed out there, building that, he cut every bit of that on this little sawmill. So all these boards, this is red cedar that he's hauled down off of the mountain. He built every bit of this. All the tin, he scavenged from the dump. Right here. How would you like to have to cut firewood with that old girl? And then you got these old home lights, like this one. Well, it's missing. It's missing some parts back there, but see this old girl. Oh, that's the other sweet one right there. That one weighs like 100 pounds. Yeah, you'd need to work out if you were
bottom
gonna.
of your feet without even bending over when you pack that all day.
This one's a pretty cool McCullough right there.
Like this right here did not used to be here. So tell us what you did.
I filled this all in to that level down there, this far out, so I could have me a little room to turn around.
With that.
With the backhoe and this old trailer.
Grandpa Sherman builds real estate.
Yeah, exactly.
This just dropped straight off like that over there does. We actually had a chicken coop down below and a pig pen down there and stuff. He hauled every single bit of dirt in the dump trailer that he built with that old backhoe that he built, stacked all these rocks. But as you can see, some of them are fairly large rocks that he hauled in with that truck and that trailer. So if you thought what we were doing with it was bad, that's nothing that truck hasn't seen a million times with him driving it. But this is his backhoe, only he can run because it has little special things you have to know about it to make it move. So we made this little stinger on the front right here. This is his thumb, so he can pinch the rocks and stack them wherever he needs to.
This whole thing is pretty loose, so you don't want to stand too close.
That's how he moves himself around. He can just walk it. And then if he's going to tow it somewhere, those back wheels come off, pin in the front has the trailer in so he can drag it down the road. Yeah, he's done every bit of this with that little thing. The tires, you just pull this pin out, take them out, and then they go up on the front, and then you slide this receiver hitch in here, put the pin back in it, hook it on the truck, and you can drag it wherever you want to dig with it. This is from like an airport. This motor and stuff is on a high lift or a man basket thing. They lift it up, put your luggage in the plane with it. That's where this came from. Vegas Airport. See, right over here. America West Airlines.
Oh, I don't even know what. Is that an airline still?
I don't know if it is or not. This is his old tractor that he's put together. He's adapted some motor on it. He uses it's all hydrostatic.
And that cute little trailer that he built.
Oh yeah, we didn't buy anything growing up. We made it. If we wanted it, we made it. His dump trailer, I don't even know where it all came from. It's parts and pieces, and the motor's off of like an old wheel line for sprinklers.
The frame off the trailer house.
Wasn't it your old camp trailer?
It was my old camp trailer.
Yeah, the one you guys camped in. We haven't even broke it in half ever.
No.
I mean, it's been pretty good.
Been pretty solid.
Yeah.
I've got a 8-horse Briggs & Stratton for the pump.
Got an old air tank for the hydraulic tank, and basically we picked all this stuff up from the dump and put it together. If you thought my wood splitter was dangerous, his has got a 4-speed on it. It's got an old industrial flathead motor on it. This was like an asphalt pump or something when we first got it, and then he put the screw on it and made all this stuff. But this is what I've split wood with my whole life growing up, so sounds like a kid of ours.
There's a kid of ours going down the road right there.
So now you've seen what I grew up in and where I got most of my knowledge from, really, is this guy right here.
And we love him.
Yep.
And her.
Well, we put up with this one sometimes.
Yes, this is true.
That's the grand tour of Grandpa Sherm's stuff and where I grew up. That's where I get it from, right here.
Guys, thanks for coming along with us today and learning a little bit more about us, the Fab Rats family, and we're thankful for you guys, and we hope you like our videos in the future.
Yep, we come from a pretty cool place, just like a lot of you guys do.
Let us know where you're from.
And maybe some of the stuff you'd like to see us do.
Yeah, let us know.
We got some cool stuff coming up. I think you guys are going to enjoy watching some of the builds that we get done. and the places we take them after we build them. So,
Thanks for watching.
yep. I don't know if you should put that. Really?
Actually, somebody said there's not nearly enough cackling in this video.
Cackle away.
Thank you.